the garlic, I can't talk. It's late. Morning, guys. It is Saturday. Excuse my morning voice. Today I weighed in at 171 pounds, which was what I weighed last week. I'm actually on the way to meet a client of mine for coffee this morning, and she's become like just a friend of mine, and I need a girl a grown woman to do some stuff with. So we just got back from coffee. It was really good. I got a cold brew with, it was like a flavor of the day. It was like a Hawaiian vanilla. It was super good. So I figured I'd kind of show you guys, maybe like do like a what I eat in a day. I haven't really broken down exactly how my meals look since Joel changed everything, so that'd be kind of fun to show you guys what I'm eating today. I woke up at 7:30, grabbed my water, and went straight to meet her for coffee, so I didn't eat anything. I do need to get at least 1 or 2 meals in before I train. So today for my breakfast, for my meal 1, I'm doing tofu, broccoli, and almonds. So I already had the tofu and broccoli cooked up. That's one of the things that I meal prep for the week. So I'll go ahead and get that out and show you guys how much of everything I eat. Alright, so this is my first meal. Like I said, it's tofu, broccoli, and almonds. So this is 2 servings of the Trader Joe's extra firm tofu. This is about a cup of broccoli. I measured it out before I cooked it. And then I have an ounce of almonds here. And then I'm also going to be taking one of my multivitamins with this meal as well. And then I love coffee, so the 1 cup that I had with her wasn't going to be enough. So I'm going to be making some of the Trader Joe's organic breakfast blend coffee to go along with it. And with the coffee, I'm going to be having the Trader Joe's coconut creamer. This is really good. It's super creamy, so I like this kind of better than just adding almond milk. And the macros are pretty good. There's only 5 calories per 1 tablespoon, a gram of carbs, and a gram of sugar. There's no fat or anything like that. So, and then the ingredients are over there on the right. So I usually do about a tablespoon of this in my cup. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this and then check in with you guys later. So it's been a little over an hour and I'm getting ready to eat my pre-workout meal. My pre-workout meal, I think I had mentioned this previously, now is more of a carbs meal, and then I'm usually doing carbs after. Today's going to be a little bit different, but my pre-workout meal is still going to be the same. So the only thing that I make ahead of time for my pre-workout meal is the rice. So I just make a big batch of it and keep it in the pot in the fridge and just scoop out what I need throughout the week. The other thing that I have for my pre-workout meal is TVP. Paul and I did a video a couple months back on our favorite vegan protein sources, and soy is basically a complete protein, unless it's something that's been like highly processed, then it's usually not a complete protein. But my protein sources right now are coming from my protein powder, the tofu, and then the TVP. So those are the 3 protein sources that I've been eating the last 8 weeks roughly. So the other thing that I'm going to be eating along with the rice and TVP are just green beans. I buy the frozen ones, that way I can just kind of heat them up really quick in the microwave. So I'll put it all together and go through like how much of everything I eat and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think I've actually ever showed you guys how I prepare the TVP. So if you can tell, it's kind of like little granules almost, if that's the right word. I don't really know, but it's dried. It's kind of like dried onions almost, like that kind of texture. So what you do is you just add water to this and it rehydrates the little granules, and then it has almost like a ground beef kind of a texture, I guess. So all I do is I just heat up some water, and then I don't really measure it, I just kind of eyeball it. So I just pour it in and I just add a little bit at a time, and then I just stir it, and again just kind of eyeball it. If I still see some dry pieces, I just add a little bit more. So I'm going to add a little bit more water. Should be good to go with that. So again, that's what it looks like after it's been hydrated. The next thing I'm going to add, I just heated up some of that rice. in the microwave. This is a 1.5 cups, so I just add that to the bowl. And then lastly, I just have a 1/2 cup of green beans. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, some Cajun seasoning, some mustard, and then some ketchup. Just kind of eyeball it. Then all I do is just give it a quick mix. Apologize, this is not the most aesthetically pleasing meal that I've ever shown on here, but you do what you gotta do. So also with this meal, I'm gonna be having 2,000 milligrams of L-carnitine. He just had me start taking this last week, so we'll also have that with this meal as well. I think I mentioned this earlier, but my weight was the exact same as it was last week. So I texted him, and he actually was happy that I hadn't really gained weight. He was like, that's really good, especially since we've upped your carbs. And I was like, so are you wanting me to like gain weight or start to drop a little bit? And he basically said, I looked tighter at the gym this week, and he said he doesn't want me to put on a lot of extra weight that we're going to have to work off later. I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'm going to stop talking and eating at the same time. I probably won't check in with you guys again until I'm at the gym, so I will see you then. I just realized we're kind of matching. Yeah. Blue, gray, black. No, I didn't even mean to. I'm done with the gym. Like you guys saw, I did chest and back. Me and Paul had planned to work out together. Initially we were both going to be doing incline chest and pull downs, but as we got into it, we just realized that there was some different stuff we wanted to do, so we still kind of stayed in the same area and actually did some of the same exercises, but as far as the whole workout being together, we just didn't really do it today. I'm on the way to BurgerFi to get my 2 burgers in. I'm super excited about that. Looks so good. So it's been about an hour and a half since I ate my burgers. He wanted me to do a cup of this, and then this says to mix a cup of this with two-thirds of a cup of water, cold water. So I'm going to mix this up and have those for my next meal. It's been months since I've had pancakes, probably since January. I'm actually kind of behind on my meals today, so after this I still have 2 more meals to eat. And it's 5:45, so I'll probably eat another meal at like 7, and then maybe another one at like 9:30, maybe a little bit later, I don't know. But I'm gonna go watch some Netflix and eat these, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I just got home from some shopping. It's been about 2 hours, so it's time for my next meal. I'm using the rolled oats and then my protein powder. I do 3/4 of a cup of oats, 70 grams worth of the protein powder. So let me scoop that out. Cool. Since this is just a vanilla flavor, I usually like to add a little bit of cinnamon to this just to give it a little more flavor, so I'm just going to add a little bit of that. So once I've added the cinnamon, all I do is just add some water, and I just add a little bit at a time and stir it. Because this protein, there's a lot of protein powder in here, and this protein powder just like sucks up the water. So this is kind of the consistency that I end up kind of going for when I make this. And as it sits, the oats will kind of soak up the water and make them a little bit softer. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this and then check in with you guys in a little bit. So I also forgot to add, normally for my post-workout meal, I would do the Quaker oat squares with a protein shake, basically poured over top. And instead of that, I did the burgers and then the pancakes. So normally when I have my cereal and my protein shake, I do one of the vitamin C capsules and then one of the vitamin D as well. So since this is what I'm eating now is pretty close as far as macros to that meal, I'm going to go ahead and have it here. So I just wanted to add that because I do take those with this meal. I don't know if you can tell by my hair, but I just got out of the shower. It's been about an hour and a half since I had my oatmeal, so it's about 9:15. It's time for my last meal for today, which is going to be a salad. So as far as the ingredients in the salad, it's pretty minimal. The lettuce that I usually prefer is either butter lettuce, which is what I'm using today, or romaine, just because they're both very mild and I don't really like spicy greens. So I'm doing about maybe 2.5 to 3 cups of the lettuce. I just heated up some tofu that I had already cooked. This is, again, 2 servings. I've just got some like salt and pepper and like Cajun seasoning on here. So all I'm going to do is just kind of break it up into like little bite-sized pieces and just put that in there. He actually has me doing walnuts as my fats for this meal, or as my like overt fats for the meal. So I'm just using the raw ones from Trader Joe's. And then for the dressing, I'm going to do 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Then just for a little bit of acidity, I'm gonna add the juice of like half a lemon. And then everything else that's in this dressing are just seasonings and spices and stuff. So the main seasoning that I really like in this dressing is the Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning. This is really, really good. I usually do add a little bit of salt to it, but I probably do a good like half a teaspoon. Again, I don't really measure, I just kind of eyeball it. So if you ever went to Carrabba's, where they do like the little bread with the seasonings, that's kind of what this tastes like, which is why I really like this. And then I just add a little bit of black pepper. I just kind of grind that in straight into the cup. And then a little bit of Himalayan sea salt as well. So here is what the salad looks like all put together. I know it's not the most appetizing looking, and it's pretty simple as far as the ingredients, but it is really good. I honestly think that garlic and herb seasoning is what makes it taste so good. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just call it a night and end the vlog here. I've just been doing laundry and watching Netflix and just doing stuff around the apartment. I did text Joel and ask him if he thought he was going to make any changes to my diet for this coming week. The only thing that he said he might change is he might just up my post-workout carbs, which is the Quaker Oats Squares cereal. So I'll let you guys know if he decides to make any changes to that. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more to update you guys on within the next couple weeks. I'm excited to see where the rest of this prep takes me. I am just trusting Joel with everything. He really knows what he's doing, and I'm excited to see my progress in the coming weeks. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. That way you know when I do upload, and can just keep tracking my progress with me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good night.